When are women gonna learn that you can't just bash your husband on TikTok and he's like, oh, I just want to stay with you, baby? Men are filing divorce in droves because women are shaming them on TikTok. I got a banger from the Modern King. Let's get straight into it.
To all the men who have encouraged my husband over the last 2 years to divorce me and sent him endless DMs of divorce lawyers and words of encouragement through these tough times for him, today was the day he left.
My husband told me that I needed to pack my stuff and get the f*** out the house.
I have been with my husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why.
Yep, I'm her husband. I'm a pretty lucky guy. I got a lady who cares enough about me that she airs her criticisms out to over 100 million people on the internet.
How do you feel about her telling the world that she was considering divorcing you?
Yeah, I found out about that one when I watched the video. You know, I think it was very brave of her to talk to the world about my faults and none of her own, rather than just wasting time talking to me about them inside the container of our marriage. Where, quite honestly, I probably just messed things up by having a voice. Yeah, she doesn't like that.
And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive, he's kind, he's loyal, he's a great dad, he's very hands-on, he's an active participant, he's always present. Like, on paper, what else could I ask for?
And it turns out that off paper, she can demand a lot more. Or she likes to call it, ask for a lot more.
Every night, when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day, when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home and I need you to do more.
Dude, is she being serious?
Yeah, and honestly, I feel really bad for taking advantage of her. After a full day of work, when I cook dinner, sometimes I would make the mistake of asking her what to cook. Or before I take kids to daycare in the morning, before I go to work, I would ask, what should I pack them? And that puts a lot of burden on her while I'm handling everything. It's really all in the caption of her video. A woman's love language is not having to ask. Brilliant.
Did you know that's actually not one of the love languages? It's childish and unrealistic.
No. She decided that we decided she shouldn't have to ask. I should just know. And having to always guess exactly what she wants or she'll divorce me has me in a constant stress response. I feel frantic all the time. Manically always just doing everything I possibly can, hoping it's right. And she tells me that's good for our relationship because it shows I care.
And there was this one morning where I woke up and I went to put something in the trash and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle and it was in the dishwasher with all of the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember
You stupid.
texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this?
Yeah, I told her I was running late for work. Big mistake. So today I took a sick day off work just to get ahead of the chores. And I mean, that's okay. I can just go to work when I'm sick. I always feel more relaxed there anyway.
She heavily criticized you in her video, but she neglected to bring up even one point on what she could do to improve in your relationship.
Yeah, she's never brought one up, so I don't think there's anything there. When she gets home, she gets a UV light out. If she finds anything, I have to start over.
Where is she right now?
Oh, she's at brunch with friends. Then she's going to the spa. The sound of me cleaning and vacuuming is just too much for her, so she has to get out of the house. But after I get the upstairs done, pick up the kids and make dinner, then she'll come home.
And I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone.
Turns out she's bluffing on that. She got me this bad boy for my birthday. It's pretty good. Well, you know, she had me go pick it up and I paid for it, but I like it.
Do you think if she did leave you, then she would realize all the things that you actually do?
Oh, no. She told me her life would be easier without me, that I'm lucky she stays.
Women are not...
Bro, that's crazy. I know that's all satire, but that woman did go viral. I forgot. That's wild. The audacity that that woman has to get online and bash her husband openly instead of being an adult and just having a conversation with him. This is why this talking head stuff, like these women just pointing a camera at themselves on TikTok, is really rotting away modern relationships, because what happened to the good old days? When you could just have a conversation with your wife. You could have a conversation with your girlfriend. You know what this reminds me of when women get on TikTok and just bash their husbands? It's like when people used to get on Facebook, and people still do this to this day, boomers especially. They get on Facebook asking for like medical advice. Hey, my foot's kind of hurting. Anybody got any recommendations on pain meds to take over the counter? Like people asking straight up life advice questions on a Facebook post. It's like, bro. You gotta be so lost, bro, to be asking. But bro, y'all see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen it. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it. I've seen it. People asking straight up, what are the best restaurants in this area to go to? Go to Google, dummy.
You stupid.
Why do we even have Google? Why do people even write reviews anymore? What's a good product that's good for cleaning? Get on Google. Why are you asking your small little subsect of friends, I guess so-called friends, more like acquaintances, about what's going on? There was a study that came out that was talking about misinformation on TikTok, and they said 50% of the mental health information that's pushed out on TikTok is misinformation. 50%. So that means half the stuff that's being posted right now is straight garbage dog water. It's wild to me. And we wonder why TikTok and stuff is ruining people's minds, breaking up relationships and making people depressed. That's mainly why right there.
Days.
Women are not meant to work 9 to 5s. And
All right, are they meant to get lip filler?
shots fired! And here is why. I'm saying that as I am in Tulum, rented out 2 mega mansions for 15 ladies that we have made an incentive trip for.
I love it. They just want to flex this so hard. Oh, great job. Oh my God, you booked a trip. Wow. What a strong woman.
Date wasn't enough. Now y'all trying to take women on walking dates?
Okay, and what's wrong with those?
Like, at this point, I'm just convinced that some men do not.
She looks like she needs a walking date.
Shots fired!
Keep it a buck. Where's your neck at? Donde está el neck?
Like women, they don't want to put forth no effort.
Why? Because they don't want to spend a lot of money on a first date when the entire purpose of that first date is to get to know the person and actually find out if one wants to continue in a relationship?
First was the coffee date. Now y'all don't even want to spend $4. You want to take the girl walking.
And what exactly is one expecting on a first date? A 5-star dinner?
I wouldn't even advise a teenager to accept a walking date. He better take you to the movies or something.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going to the movies. However, I will say that it's probably not the best way to get to know the person that you're on a date with, especially since you're going to probably be sitting in relative silence for a couple of hours. But trying to say that a guy doesn't like a woman because he actually wants to take her on a coffee date or a walking date is absolutely ludicrous. How much a guy likes a woman is not dependent on how much he spends on her.
Facts.
They know.
Too many women now think that money equates how strong of a relationship you have. Bro, walking date is perfect. I tell dudes to take women out on coffee dates. If she's not willing to go out on a coffee date with you, what's the likeliness that she's willing to date you at all, brother?
That's why I don't like meeting girls on social media. I met a girl on social media and she goes to me, you know, when am I gonna see you? And I go, whenever you want. I mean, do you want to go for a drive? Do you want to go for a coffee? And she goes to me, excuse me? That's so low effort of you. I go, what? She goes, that's whack. My standards are high. Excuse me, ma'am. And I go to her, what do you want, a 5-star dinner? I don't even know who you are. You don't want to get to know me? So a coffee or a simple drive is not good enough for you. A lot of these girls, their ego is hyperinflated. They feel like they deserve. I don't even know who these women think they are nowadays. She had the audacity to tell me this. Yeah, you know, yeah, maybe for a 3rd or 4th date, but I expect you to take me somewhere nice for the first time meeting, somewhere in public.
Bro, no.
What world do we live in?
The question is,
Delululand. That's where we live.
what is the antidote towards toxic masculinity?
Oh my God.
What precisely? Sure.
Well, why do we have to settle for these types of things that you're saying?
Well, first of all, you don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. But what also does not have to happen is men don't have to be counter to their nature to make you happy.
And that's okay. So what's the issue?
The issue is that men are not the ones complaining about the state of relationships and dating as much as women are. Women wanted freedom of choice. Women wanted to be able to have sex with who they wanted to, marry who they want to, love who they want to, work where they want to, not work where they want to, go every place that men could go. You are the most free, most liberated group of women that ever existed on the human history, and yet you're the most unhappy. 1 in 4 out of you on some sort of psych meds. Women are, the marital rate is dropping with modern women. What else do you want men to do? We've civilized the world in general. We don't even have wars. You can do whatever you want to. And you're still not happy with the world that men built, telling us that we're not good enough because we don't move like women. We're not going to.
I do not accept.
Bro, it's crazy work. That's so true, though. Shout out to The Godfather.
Wait.
Can we get some freeze in the chat? Poor flavor? Poor flavor. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki. Free. Oh my god. Almost, dude, don't eat the camera. Don't get your spit on the camera, bro. These are some of these wolfies. I think they're it's trachea jerky. Bro, chat, I really want to get a humidifier. I want to start making my own jerky. Any of you guys make your own jerky? Be interested to see if anybody makes jerky. Anybody got any good recipes for some jerky? Because I really want to start making my own jerky. I really do.
Going to.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing.
Bro, ladies, stop getting these lip injections. It looks, when you talk like this and your lips barely move, like it looks so bad.
Drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing.
Has that happened to you before?
Dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're just gonna, you know, study you a bit.
I started the egg freezing process. I did some preliminary tests.
Egg freezing. This lie is oversold to women, where you can just, I'm gonna freeze my eggs and they'll be fine. The thing is, you might freeze those eggs and they still might not be fine. Even when you do meet the right guy, you still might not be able to have kids.
It showed that my egg count is really low. The doctors did tell me that might affect my fertility. My eggs are high quality, but there's just not a lot of them.
You're a liar!
It's just so sad.
High quality eggs would mean, in my opinion, would mean there's an abundance of them. Maybe the few are powerful, but don't you need a lot?
Are you married?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Is he happy?
Oh, that's a weird question. Usually they ask if I'm happy.
Yeah, but like, it's a different kind of an interview. I'm just, you know, because he's not here, like, I want to show my care for him as well.
Mm.
Is he happy? Your answer is yes, no? You don't wanna answer that question?
No.
I think it's okay. I think we got the answer.
Yeah, we know what it is. This man is definitely not happy, bro. Definitely not happy. Let's get into the Discord and see what you guys have. Men's mental health matters too. I completely agree with this take. Completely agree with this. Okay, that is not. Is it Men's Mental Health Month or something like that, chat? Isn't that a thing right now going around? Isn't that a cool thing going around?
Babe, what would you do if I win the lottery?
I'll take half and leave you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I won $40. Here's 20. Get the fuck out.
Get the buck out of here, bro. I'd take half and leave you. Well, then go ahead and leave, baby girl. I'll get you 1 foot out the door. He was asleep in the backseat the whole time. What is this about?
Can you stop here?
Yeah. Have a good one. Sir, I dropped your wife off like 20 minutes ago. I thought you got out of the car.
Come on, 20 minutes ago? Where are we?
Bro, this looks like satire. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It looks like satire. What is this? This is why I'm still single? Okay, let's see what this is about.
Okay, I finally figured out why I've been single for so long and why I will most likely stay single for quite some time.
And that is because I have one very harsh requirement for my man. It's a very specific quality that is extremely hard to find. And that thing is the ability to dress up with me and go to a Renaissance fair and not have their masculinity threatened. Do y'all know how hard that is to find in 2025? When the Renaissance fair rolls around every year, I mourn the fact.
Bro, you're lying.
You're a liar!
There's a ton of guys that go to the Ren Fair. It's just the guys that go to the Ren Fair, more than likely, you're not interested in them. Dude, I'm telling Cass I want to go to a Ren Fair. Are you kidding me? Is she... Bro, this is so stupid, bro. There's so many guys that go to the Ren. I bet there's more men that go to the Ren Fair than women. Chat, put a one in the chat if you agree. I bet there's more men that go to a Ren Fair than women go to a Ren Fair, bro. Come on.
Why do good girls finish last?
I think that the reason a lot of good girls finish last is because a lot of good girls are just boring. We mistake somebody checking off a lot of boxes that we want, and somebody might look incredible on paper, but then you get around them and I'm bored to death. It's like watching paint dry on a wall. I need you to have some personality. I need you to have a sense of humor. I need you to make me laugh. I need you to be intriguing. I need you to not be drowning when I get to talking in deep conversations and things of that nature. And a lot of girls who would consider themselves good and would check off a lot of boxes that we would want are just boring. And the irony is that this question is being asked when women villainize and crucify men for doing the exact same thing. There's a lot of women right now that got a bunch of good guys in their DMs, a bunch of good guys in their text messages, but you're not giving him the time of day. Ask yourself why that is. It's not that he doesn't check the boxes. It's just he's boring.
Yep, it's so true. That's why I say, dude, there's 3 parts of it. That's why I came up with the ebook, The 4 Pillars of Personality. If you guys haven't gone to LeviNichs.com, highly suggest going there. Little shameless plug here. Got tons of stuff. LeviNichs.com. We got merch for days, stickers, Loki pillows, but we also have ebooks. The 4 Pillars of Personality. Way over here, you can't really see it. Here, let's see if I can click here. 4 Pillars of Personality breaks down the 4 things that I think make the best personality and that makes you irresistible to women and respected by men. Also have a volume 2 that's more of a workbook as well. Then I have the 4 values of vetting and the 4 steps of style. But it goes back to the thing I've talked about multiple times. I've talked about this multiple times. There's 3 things, and I think this is true for men and women. There's 3 things that make someone fall for you. Number 1, it's your looks. The way you look, your physicality is what gets someone's attention. 75% of somebody's perception of you from the jump is the way that you look. You don't look the part, people probably don't want to pay attention. And you'll notice it. You'll notice it when you're able to walk into a room, you're dressed well, you look well, you're well kept, and you could be wearing something like workout gear. Like the other day I went to TJ Maxx. I kept seeing people looking at me, and it's because I had a fresh cut, my beard was looking nice, I was in a nice fit, and I was there with Cass, and I was attentive. My head was up. I wasn't drowned in a phone. People pay attention, and I'm tall, so people pay attention to me. When I walk into a room, people pay attention. And it's not because I'm the best looking dude. I don't think it's because I'm the best looking dude. But when I go around with Cass and I walk, I exude confidence. People see that stuff and they gravitate towards it. It's an energy, right? But your physicality, your attraction, the way you look, your appearance is going to be the number 1 thing. It's what gets people's attention. Your personality is what gets keeps our attention, and your character is what makes people fall in love with you. It's true for friends. It's true for, lovers. Because you got to think about it this way. If you guys probably know somebody that's maybe the only redeeming quality they have is that they're pretty, or that they're good looking, or that they're handsome, right? A good looking guy or a really pretty woman. Eventually you're like, man, this person is really boring. Not a lot to talk about here. They're not very deep. They're very shallow. They're kind of dumb. We can't really get into deep conversations. We can't talk about philosophical things. We can't really get to know each other, because if I can't get deep with you, how am I supposed to get to know you? I can't. Because a lot of times people that rely on their looks, they never do the internal digging, so they never even really get to know themselves. So how am I supposed to get to know you if you don't even know yourself? That's what's so crazy to me. That's why I say as a man, you should really focus on who you are first, and then focus on what you look like. Because as you get older, a lot of those habits have been ingrained in you. You are who you are. It's really hard to change your personality and form your character later on in life. So if you're anywhere between the ages of 18 to 24, focus on who you are. Be extremely extroverted. Talk to people. Get out of your comfort zone, because when you get older, you're going to want to find a comfort zone. I'm 34 right now. I couldn't imagine getting out and trying to find new friend groups. I mean, I could do it, but it's not something I want to do. I've got other things I want to focus on. Focus on your personality when you're a young man, and then when you're older, you can focus on your body. It takes about 6 months to a year to build a nice physique, as long as you're not a huge big back.
Big back, big back.
But it takes years and years and years to formulate a good personality and have character and high morals and ethics. It's just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt if you'd like. But Loki, did you have a good time? Are you over it? He's like, Dad, I'm so over it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one, brother man. Peace.